Competition between the United States and China on the global stage is no longer only about the economy, it can also be seen from a military point of view. China has continued to expand its influence in the Indo-Pacific region and has now become a strong rival that the United States must take seriously. The two world powers are preparing to test each other's strength. For many years, the United States has dominated the sea and the air. Now, it is facing China, a rising power that is determined to challenge that dominance. On paper, the United States is still ahead in many military capabilities. However, in a real war, China would have an important advantage because it would be fighting close to its own territory. The question is, if a war between China and the United States breaks out, who would win? According to a study titled More Than Comparing US and China's Land Power in the Pacific Required Context, published in July 2025 by the Strategic Studies Institute of the U.S. Army War College, two researchers, Brennan Devon and Joshua Artigui, analyzed the strengths and weaknesses of both countries. They also examined possible war scenarios if the two nations were to fight each other. Here are the results of their analysis. First, let us compare the military strength of the United States and China by looking at their military presence in the Pacific. The United States The United States has a stronger military presence than China. It has 7 major military headquarters in the Pacific, while China has only 2. The United States also operates 5 aircraft carriers in the Pacific, while China has only 2. In addition, the United States has established military bases in several countries, including Japan, South Korea, Guam, and the Philippines. Meanwhile, China has military facilities in Djibouti, Africa, and Cambodia. When it comes to land force, the United States also has advantages in several areas. For example, the United States has about 6,612 main battle tanks, while China has about 5,800. For more fighting vehicles, the United States owns about 41,062 units, while China has around 40,000. However, China has more long-range artillery. The United States has about 5,500 artillery systems, while China has about 60,146. At sea, the competition is very close. The United States has 92 destroyers and cruisers, while China has 80. However, China has 79 marines, which is more than the 68 submarines owned by the United States. In the air, the United States has hundreds of fifth-generation fighter jets, including the F-35 and the F-22. Meanwhile, China has only dozens of J-20 fighter jets, and the aircraft is still being developed. When it comes to partnership, the United States has formally alliances in the Indo-Pacific region, including AUKUS, the Quad, and Defense Agreement with Japan, South Korea, the Philippines, Australia, and New Zealand. China doesn't have formal military alliance Instead, it depends on strategic partnership with Russia, Pakistan, Iran, and several Southeast Asia countries. Military spending also shows a large difference. In 2024, the United States spent about 877 billion US dollars on defense. During the same period, China spent about 292 billion US dollars on its military. On paper, China appears to be weaker in numbers, but why is the United States concerned about China under the leadership of President Xi Jinping? Although the United States looks stronger in terms of military numbers, there are several reasons why Washington is worried about China's growing influence in the Indo-Pacific region. The first reason is geography. If a war between China and the United States breaks out, the main conflict would most likely take place around Taiwan, the South China Sea, or the East China Sea. All of these areas are very close to China. If a war happens there, the United States would have to send its military forces from long distance. This would make logistics much more difficult and much more expensive. As a result, even though the United States has more warships and military aircraft, it doesn't mean that all of them will be available in the conflict area at the same time. The second reason is the difference in military focus. For many years, China has focused almost all of its military power on the Western Pacific and Navy regions, meanwhile the United States has to spread its military forces across many parts of the world, including Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Latin America. The third reason is China's rapid military modernization. China has continued to modernize its military at a very fast pace. It's also developing an anti-access and area denial or A2AD strategy. This military strategy is designed to stop enemy forces from entering or operating freely in an important area. China understands that it cannot defeat the United States simply by building more aircraft carriers or more fighter jets. Because of that, China has invested heavily in hypersonic missiles, anti-spy ballistic missiles, drones, and long-range radar systems. Many experts believe this strategy is more affordable and much more difficult for an enemy to counter. The fourth reason is that the United States is not only competing with China in military power, it's also competing with China in economic influence across the region. Besides strengthening its military, China has continued to expand its economic, diplomatic, and technological influence through the Belt and Road Initiative. Although the United States and China have different approaches, both countries share a similar vision for the future of warfare. They are both preparing for multi-domain operations, which combine land, sea, air, cyber, and space operating into one military strategy. However, China may also place greater attention on the cognitive and social dimension of warfare. This includes influencing public opinions using legal strategies and carrying about psychological operations. This concept is often known as old man's operation. Because of this differences, it is very difficult to predict who would win if the United States and China actually went to war. According to the analysis by Brennan DeFord and Joshua Artijo, there are four possible scenarios of a war between the two countries takes place. What are those four? scenarios. The first scenario is a short war that takes place near China's territory. In this situation, China would most likely have the advantage. Beijing has a geographical advantage because the fighting would happen close to home. China could move its troops, weapons, and supplies much faster. On the other hand, the United States would need more time to deploy its full military strength from overseas. As a result, the United States could suffer heavy losses before it is able to fully mobilize its forces. In addition, there is no guarantee that America's allies would be ready to respond immediately if war broke out in the region. The second scenario is a long war that takes place outside the territories of both the United States and China. In this case, the United States would likely have the advantage. The country has a strong military industry, a global logistic network, and many years of experience in modern warfare. China, however, could face serious challenges if the conflict took place far from its mainland, especially if its supply routes were disrupted. The third scenario is a war between China and the United States together with its allies. In this situation, China could be defeated more quickly because in the United States has built a strong network of alliances around the world. Countries such as Japan, Australia, the Philippines, and India could provide military bases, radar systems, and additional support to have the United States put pressure on China from different directions. The fourth and final scenario is a head-to-head war between China and the United States without any allies. In this situation, the result could be a stalemate, or China might gain the upper hand during the early stage of the war because the United States would not receive military support from its allies. In the end, there is no definite answer to the question of who would win if the United States and China really went to war. Military strength on paper is only one part of the bigger picture. The outcome of the war will depend on the location of the fighting, the length of the conflict, and the support provided by allies. China could have the advantage in a short war fought close to its own territory, and while the United States would likely have the advantage if the conflict lasted for a long time and involved support from its global alliance network. However, modern warfare is highly unpredictable and the situation can change very quickly. In a conflict between these two world powers, victory may not be decided by the numbers of tanks or aircraft carriers. Instead, it may belong to the side that is better prepared to take advantage of every opportunity in the middle of war. What are topics about global affairs would you like us to discuss? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. Thank you for watching and see you in next report.